sale challenge. Today we're going to talk about pulling seller lists. Okay, there's a lot of different seller lists that you guys can pull. Some of the lists that we find to be more active are tax liens, high equity, absentee owner. I think right now, since we're going through this pandemic, you're probably going to have a little bit more luck with absentee owner. However, you may have a little bit of a harder time selling it if the property has a tenant in it, since there is a moratorium on evictions until the end of the year. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you how to pull a list of sellers on both the MLS and on PropStream. And if you do not know what PropStream is a resource you can use to find property information. You can pull comps, you can pull seller lists, you can pull any kind of property information that you're looking for. It has the same information that the MLS does, with the exception of lockbox codes and realtor remarks. Okay, so let me share my screen and I'll be back with you shortly.
Okay, so we're in PropStream, and if you don't have access to PropStream, there will be a link in the worksheets attached to this video with a link for you to get a trial of PropStream. PropStream is fairly inexpensive and allows you to pull lists of people, I think about 25,000 names per month with your subscription. So let me show you how you would go about pulling lists in this system. Okay, so you're going to pick an area you want to be in. Let's say Seminole County. And I'm going to use that because that's where I live and it's just easier for me to do that. Okay, so you can see it's showing a total of 176,618 properties. Definitely not what you want to pull. Okay, so we're going to filter some of these out. Okay, let's say this time we wanted to look at properties that were high equity properties. Okay, most of the time you're going to want to look at properties that have been purchased at least 10 years ago. Okay, because by this time the average person moves every 4 or 5 years. So if you're looking 10 years back, then you're going to have a better pool of people who might be interested in selling their property. So we're going to go to high equity here and we're going to go to ownership info. Okay, and we're going to talk about the years of ownership here. So you can add, let's say, minimum of 10 years up to 30 years. Let's say they owned it for up to 30 years. We're going to include absentee owner information. Then we can go to foreclosure and bank owned. We want to do we don't need any of those. Okay, so in Seminole County, let's see something real quick. You can put an estimated equity or loan to value number in here. So let's say we wanted to make sure we were hitting everybody who had up to 50% or less owed on their property. Okay, and that way you can give them money on top of, you know, what they owe, if they owe anything. Okay, so we're going to close that, and you see our number has gone down to 49,000. So let's filter that just a little bit more. Let's go with vacant properties. Add that. Okay, so that brought us down to 1,128 properties. So that would be a decent list to start out with. And you could just check the box right here and create a new list. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now because we have plenty of stuff we're working on, but you would just hit create a new list, put a name on it, and then save your list. And PropStream has skip tracing built in here that you can pay for. Let's say that was a little over 1,000, so you'd pay about 27 cents a piece for those names. Okay, I do have a skip tracing service that works for about 15 cents a name, and there is a link in the worksheet also for you. Okay, so what that would do is it would pull it out into either a comma separated value or an Excel spreadsheet, and you would be able to send that off to the skip tracing company and start making your phone calls. Now, if you wanted to do, let's clear this out here, and say you wanted to look at pre-foreclosures. Let's see. You would do your notice of list pendants, and you'd put a date here for when it was recorded. So let's just go back. Oops. 6 months. Oops, that's not 6 months. There we go. We'll go back 6 months and see where we are at. Oops. We're not looking for high equity. We're looking for pre-foreclosures. Okay, it's still stuck on our other one. So let's clear that and we'll start over with the pre-foreclosure. So we're going to go here. We're going to do our list pendant search. Recording date, go back 6 months. Or however far you want to go back. I'll go back to January 1st. Okay, and we want to do vacant. You don't always have to do vacant. I'm just using that as an example for you guys. And we're going to close that. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. And we're going to pick Seminole County. And you'll see there are 11 that match that criteria. So you could call these 11 people here, have them skip traced and call. Okay, so you can get pretty much any kind of information here. Let's go back to Seminole County. And add our filters. Let's say we wanted to look at properties that were listed and are no longer listed, where they didn't sell. So you're going to do MLS fail in PropStream, and you'll pick your listing date. Let's go back a year for that one. And your failed listing date will go back the 6 months there. And that's going to show us everything that was listed a year ago but didn't sell and expired or was withdrawn from January 1st till now. Okay, and it shows you there's 678 properties there. Okay, so once you get these, like I said, you just check on the box here, add them to a list, and then download your list and get that list skip traced. Okay, you can play around with these filters a lot. If you're looking for your cash buyers, you can click here and find the cash buyers. And you're going to want to go in and change your dates for ownership. If you're looking for cash buyers, you want to put last sale date, because you don't want cash buyers who purchased 15 years ago and are no longer purchasing properties. So just play around with it a little bit and figure out which niche you want to go ahead and work in, and go from there. You can click here, you see the auctions that are coming up. Okay, and it gives you the auction date. So if you wanted to call this person and make an offer, just understand you need to close before this date right here. Okay, so a lot of these, July 9th, that one, because of the pandemic we're going through right now, this will change. All these ones in July and June, they just have not been rescheduled yet. So you still would have time right now to go back to them and say, okay, I'd like to make an offer on the property before it goes to auction. Okay, and like I said, just play around in here a little bit, figure out what niche you want to focus on, and this is a really good resource to find your lists of seller leads.
back. So, your homework for tonight is going to be to pull a seller list that you can start working on in the next few days. We're going to start calling these people and making offers on their properties. So, I want you to pull a list of at least 100 sellers, preferably more, but 100 to start off with. And once you've pulled that list, I want you to comment I want you to put a comment below, hashtag homework complete. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to find the information to contact these people. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.